Right now, 59 armed conflicts are active simultaneously. That is the highest number since the end of World War II. The 2025 Global Peace Index says the pre-war indicators are worse today than at any point since 1945. Most people think they know where they would go. They are wrong. One country on this list has already built enough nuclear bunkers for all 9 million of its people. It is not in the Pacific. It is in the middle of Europe, and we will get there. But the number one spot wins on something nobody talks about. If that stat surprised you, subscribe right now. We rank the world by data, not headlines. Number 12, Greenland. Population, 56,000. Terrain, 80% ice. Military value to any aggressor, 0. You cannot occupy frozen territory with no infrastructure. The climate is not just harsh, it is a natural deterrent. If you are serious about Greenland, you need to prepare for extreme cold and supply chain collapse. This is a prepper's last resort, not a relocation plan. Number 11. South Africa. The Western Cape sits deep in the Southern Hemisphere, away from every likely conflict zone. Stable Mediterranean climate, strong domestic agriculture, 0 binding military alliances with any superpower. Your best legal entry point. South Africa's financially independent person visa, proof of roughly $1,500 per month in passive income, gets you a long-stay permit. One of the most accessible in the world. Number 10, Antarctica. This is the only territory on Earth demilitarized by international law. The Antarctic Treaty of 1959, signed by the US, Russia, and China, bans all military activity on the continent permanently. No targets, no resources worth fighting over. 65 years of honored agreement. Research stations hold only a few thousand people, so this is not practical, but it is the cleanest example of the principle behind this entire list. 0 strategic value equals 0 targeting. Number 9. Bhutan. UN neutrality, locked in by policy. Himalayan mountains on every side. Population under 800,000. No military targets worth mentioning. The gross national happiness doctrine was designed to keep Bhutan out of every major alliance. Intentionally. Access is controlled, $100 per visitor per day, government-approved guides required. If you want in, start planning now. This takes months. Most lists like this rank countries by how peaceful they are today. That is only half the answer. The other half, the half that actually keeps your family alive, is whether the country can feed itself when global supply chains collapse. Everything from here scores on both. Number 8. Switzerland, neutral since 1815, sat out both world wars, not NATO. And here is the stat that stops everyone. 370,000 nuclear fallout shelters, more than any country on Earth, with capacity for every single one of its 9 million residents. By law, every Swiss citizen has an assigned bunker space. Every new building must include bunker access. Switzerland is the only country that can put its entire population underground simultaneously. For residency, look at the flat-rate tax cantons. Obwalden and Nidwalden calculate tax on living expenses, not global income. That makes entry significantly more accessible for most people. Number 7, Iceland. Number 1 on the Global Peace Index for 14 straight years. No army. Nearly 100% geothermal energy. Fully self-sufficient. Fish stocks cover domestic food security without touching global supply chains. Yes, Iceland is NATO, that is the vulnerability, but it has zero offensive military capability and sits mid-Atlantic, making it the lowest priority NATO target by far. Iceland's remote work visa allows 6-month stays. It is your most accessible legal foot in the door. Number 6. Argentina. Post-Cold War survival studies ranked Argentina as one of the 2 countries most likely to maintain functional civilization after a major nuclear exchange, second largest freshwater reserves in South America, top 5 global grain exporter, long history of non-alignment. Patagonia is one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. The rentista visa requires around $1,000 per month in passive income, one of the lowest formal residency thresholds anywhere in the Western world. Number 5. Chile. The Andes on one side, the Pacific on the other. You are physically cut off from every major conflict theater that matters. Year-round domestic agriculture across diverse climate zones. No superpower obligations. Southern Hemisphere means you are outside the nuclear fallout models for any likely Northern Hemisphere exchange. Temporary residency processes in 30 to 90 days with proof of income. Straightforward. Number 4. Indonesia. Over 17,000 islands spread across 5,000 kilometers of ocean. Any military operation here is a logistical nightmare no aggressor would commit to. Not NATO, no comparable alliance, self-sufficient in rice, fish, and tropical agriculture. Indonesia's second home visa launched in 2022, up to 10 years, proof of roughly $130,000 held in an Indonesian bank. Bali has the most mature expat infrastructure of any entry point. Number 3. New Zealand. Top 3 on the Global Peace Index every year. English speaking. Produces around 10 times the food it actually consumes. No land borders, ocean on every side, and it is as far from every active conflict zone as you can physically get while still living in a modern country. For residency, check the skilled migrant category on the Immigration New Zealand website. Point thresholds update annually and demand is high, so do not wait. Number 2. Tuvalu. 11,000 people, 4,000 kilometers northeast of Australia. No military, no strategic resources, no alliance with any power on Earth. Completely irrelevant to every aggressor that will ever exist. The real limitation, it sits under 5 meters above sea level. Climate change is an existential threat here, not a permanent option. But for being left completely alone during a global conflict, nothing comes close. Number 1. Fiji. Fiji is the only place on this list that wins on every single criterion at once. Over 4,000 kilometers from the nearest major military power. Zero alliance obligations. Strong domestic food production through agriculture and fishing. Stable democratic government. Consistent record of non-alignment. And unlike Tuvalu, Fiji has the land, the elevation, and the infrastructure to support you long-term. The long-stay resident permit is accessible with proof of income. The residency by investment program gives you a permanent pathway. This is where the data points. 3 things you can action today. Go to numbeo.com, safety index, filter by country. Real-time composite scores on safety and cost of living for every destination on this list. Updated monthly. Bookmark it. Check it quarterly. This replaces news cycles as your signal. Research Vanuatu citizenship by investment before you look at visas. Vanuatu is right next to Fiji geographically, currently processing citizenship in about 60 days for a single applicant. Fastest program in the Pacific. Visa-free access to 96 countries. It is a passport, not a permit. In a crisis, that distinction is everything. The Swiss Federal Office for Civil Protection publishes its full National Emergency Preparedness Guide in English. Free. Online. It is the most comprehensive civilian survival document produced by any government on Earth. Food storage, water, shelter, communication blackout protocols. Search it. Download it. It applies wherever you are going. If you are screenshotting those 3 right now, hit like and subscribe. This is what we do every week. Real data, no panic, actual answers. We told you at the start, the country with nuclear bunkers for all 9 million of its people is sitting in the middle of Europe. That country is Switzerland, the only nation on Earth that has legally guaranteed every citizen a spot underground. Not because it expects war, because 200 years of neutrality taught Switzerland that peace without preparation is just hope. Fiji at 1, then Tuvalu, New Zealand, Indonesia, Chile, Argentina, Iceland, Switzerland, Bhutan, Antarctica, South Africa, Greenland. Hard data. No travel blog logic. Tell us in the comments which country on this list is actually realistic for a regular family. Average income, real constraints, practical plan. We read every single one. And if this made you think, the next video covers the countries where your money goes the furthest right now. See you there.